Previously on Project Z. David racked up a win with the palmetto bugs in Challenge 2, and Challenge 3 started with an early surprise. More surprises,
update,
more twists,
I just changed the game plan,
and more fish. All this in the final challenge of Project Z.
Got him on a worm.
3 pros, 3 days, 3 challenges. What happens when 3 of the world's best bass pros go head-to-head on Lake Guntersville, big bass mecca in sight of the 2014 Bassmaster Classic, with no practice time and a limited tackle arsenal? Faced with numerous obstacles, 75 miles of river, 69,000 acres of fishable water, and only 15 hours to break it all down with Z-Man baits.
Palmetto.
This is Project Z. The guy's last Waffle House breakfast is interrupted by a familiar laugh.
Was that Chigger?
Yeah, it's Chigger. Can you believe it? Chigger's working at Waffle House?
My new guy,
He's your new guy? Are you training him to cook or wait tables?
all right, pull 1 bacon, drop 2 hash browns, Mark, or scrambled wheat plate.
Oh, you know the new guy?
No. Thank you, Marty Strike. Coffee?
I heard he owns it.
Only Chigger.
What time are you getting off? 2 o'clock? Yeah. I work at 3.
Chigger in the Waffle House. Hey, welcome to Project Z, Day 3. You know, yesterday wasn't a very good day for us, but that's okay. We've got today to make up for it. We're going to be fishing the middle section of the lake, so we've got a little bit more diversity than what we had yesterday. Looking forward to the challenge. We got a lot of flat water, a lot of ditches, a lot of creeks. We can go into the back end of some creeks, rip-rap, just a lot of different types of places to fish. We're going to get a big surprise when we open our tackle box, because that's the baits that we have to use. There's going to be a bait from each category. We can combine them together. If we catch one on one that has a combination of 2, it counts in both categories. So the goal today is to go out and catch 8 keeper fish on all 4 categories of baits. We're going to see if these guys are still going to be sneaky, or we're all going to meet at one boat round.
Finally, on the 3rd day, David, Steven, and Luke are all on the same page, agreeing to launch out of Goose Pond Marina.
About ready for the big unveiling of what they gave us. Hopefully, now I'm on hopefully, they gave us some stuff that we can use. I'm pretty sure they know how we've been fishing, so what's in here should be pretty standard stuff. Got me California fatties for the worm category. Yeah, they did us right. Diesel minnows, Center jerk chads, you got turbo craws, and a zinker, which is my favorite, and they gave us a chatterbait. 6 bags, 4 fish to catch, 1 on each category. I think we can do this.
All right, let's see what we got in here today. The good news is I don't have to try to change up my pattern, but I do have to use 4 different categories today. So I'm gonna have to fish the worm more. Been using the swim baits, been using the craw trailers, palmetto bugs, and chatterbait. So today I've got to figure out how to catch some bass on a worm in 45-degree water. Let's do it. A real malfunction here.
Despite starting close to the ramp, equipment issues are keeping David from making his first cast.
Good. That's a first. I've never had this.
Marty, David's cameraman, lets him in on a little secret about his equipment issues.
All right, so it was Luke that did that. No, seriously. No, you're real.
Oh, Luke was. I don't know what he did to it. It is disassembled. Luke, he loves me.
We got here chatterbait, worms, diesel minnows. I think this stuff might work. Chatterbait, a diesel minnow on the back. It's got 5-pounder written all over it. That walker's really not gonna like me. Probably didn't like me to start with doing a circle around him this morning. He starts playing with those rods that I messed with a little bit last night. Probably not gonna be my biggest fan today. Might have Walker Texas Ranger after me. The day's actually starting off pretty good here. It's a little point of grass that comes out. It's got a decent little break on. It's kind of the last little bit of cover before it falls off in the channel. Just wandered out here, trying to pop it out of the grass a little bit. I've actually, my bag there, I found a 5/8 ounce chatterbait. It's really one of my favorite chatterbaits. It's a little bit heavier. Right now I'm trying to get that bait down there in 4 to 6 foot of water. Only using 14-pound lines. That 5/8, you can just keep it down there a little bit better. And you actually, it'll fall a little bit faster after you pop it out of the grass, so you get a little bit more reaction out of the fish. There's one. Stay down. Not a giant, I don't think. Got one on the chatterbait with the diesel minnow, though. We'll take him. Starting the day off. Chatterbait and the diesel minnow. Nice fish. But I got the first one anyway. Didn't take long. A total of 3 pounds, 9 ounces. All right. Now, an interesting part to the day. We got to catch 4 fish on 4 different bait categories. One of those was craws. I just happened to find a turbo craws in my little secret bag, secret stash there. Put this on here and try to get one on that and get another category out of the way. Pretty soon we might have to get pretty creative. I think they'll bite this though. I know that'll look good on the back of there.
Luke is first on the board and knocks out 2 categories with his first catch on a chatterbait diesel minnows combo. After fixing his tackle, David is finally able to make his first cast.
There's got to be a bass there. If we don't catch one here, I'm going to lay on the ground and kick and scream and cry until the fish care.
Steven starts his day on the popular Highway 67 bridge, fishing a jig and turbo craws trailer.
I got one right here. Please be a bass. Nope, drum. No, it's a bass. You're just not long enough, man. What is my deal? What is my deal? I got the short itis again today. You little rat, you. Man, that was a pitiful one right there, to be honest with you.
Luke stays on his grass edge, hoping to knock out another bait category.
Not the biggest fish in the lake. We got one on the chatterbait with the turbo craws. Down the end of that grass point. Cold. God, I feel like the fish is cold. Deadly bait though. Cold water, anytime you're on grass, that chatterbait absolutely catches them now.
With 3 categories down and 2 fish weighing 5 pounds, 9 ounces, Luke's off to a hot start.
Last cast. I can't take this any longer. It's like Superman and kryptonite. This shaky head is killing me. I got one on the worm. Problem is, that's worm size right there.
Well, it's about 11:30. We're running along 5-6 foot on the edge. It's about 3 foot up on top. And I'm trying to fish the edge, but I'm throwing up on top some too. I've had the 3 bites I had today. 2 of them were up there fairly shallow, 3-4 foot. But you'd anticipate being this cold, they'd be out here deeper in the 6-7 foot of water, but haven't had as many bites out there as I would have thought. But that's fishing. You never really know where they're going to be. You just got to kind of keep figuring it out all day long. I think we might run up here. Might try catching one on a worm on the fatties.
Just need to get on the board pretty quick with one right quick.
As Steven's slow morning continues, he debates his challenge strategy.
We'll go turbo, jig, and a turbo crawl. We're gonna go fatties, and then we're gonna go chatterbait and diesel minnow. I think that's a great plan of attack right there. One thing is for sure, you gotta get on the board somehow. There he is, there he is, there he is. Ready? Gosh, dang it.
Luke strikes again, keeping David off the board.
Wow, what Luke did to that, it is done.
Steven moves off the bank to fish scattered grass with a chatterbait diesel minnows combo.
Folks around here fish. Gosh dang it, gosh dang it. Gosh dang, man. I mean, just make your daggum blade stop turning. And
It's not impossible to catch one on plastics this time of year for sure, but I personally don't think it's the easiest thing in the world. Let's throw the worm here a little bit, see if we can get one on that. Got him on a worm. It's a keeper too. We get him in the boat, we're going chatterbait. Come on, fish, I think it's a keeper. Oh no. I have to check and see. I'm pretty sure it's a 15-incher is all that would be. Oh, he's almost 16. Keeper on a worm, the fatty strikes. See you, buddy. Thanks for biting my fatties.
With only 1 hour left in the day, Luke has landed 3 keepers utilizing all 4 bait categories, while Steven and David have yet to boat a keeper.
update. It's called the Browning Rule is now in effect. Entire lake is open. Meet back at ramp at 4 o'clock.
Oh.
I just changed the game plan.
Will the Browning Rule negate Luke's big lead and open the door for a final charge in the last challenge?
Chatterbait with the turbo craws.
Find out in the bonus episode of Project Z.
There he is. Big. There ought to be a bass on that brush. Pow, right there. Big. Talk to me, goose. Talk to me, goose. I just had to force feed him.